there, my gardening friends. It's a beautiful day here. Finally, it has stopped raining. The garden is looking so beautiful in the sunshine this morning. And I wanted to take this time and share with you a beautiful early blooming perennial that is not very commonly seen in gardens. At least I haven't seen it widely used in gardens, and I thought I would share this video and show you this beautiful flower in its full glory, because this is the time for it to bloom. This flower here is the one I'm talking about. It is called the Pasque flower. It's also known as windflower sometimes. It's also known as the Easter flower. So it has many different names, and the botanical name is pretty long as well, which I'm not going to try and pronounce, but I think it's a beautiful, or one of the earliest blooming herbaceous perennial, at least in my zone, which is zone 5 or 6 here in Toronto. And it is a really nice perennial to add to your garden, which kind of blooms in sync with a lot of your other bulbs. So it is starting to bloom for me now in early May, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Let me just take you a little bit closer to this beautiful perennial. It is a low growing perennial, so it's only going to get about 8 to 10 inches or 12 inches off the ground, and including the blooms. And it's just so beautiful for in front of the borders and rock gardens, and just trying to edge your border with it. And it really loves the cool weather, so it's kind of like a viola or a pansy. It loves the cool weather, and it will sort of fade away in the heart of summer, so you won't see much of this this plant in summer. So this here is a couple of different varieties. This is the more regular variety, which is widely available, and I also have a deep dark wine burgundy variety. I think this is called rubra. So it's really beautiful plant that I wanted to spotlight today in this video. I haven't seen it talked about too much in garden tours and videos that I have seen, but I think this is a beautiful, happy perennial that blooms early and provides really good source of nectar for the early pollinators. And it is really gorgeous. It is just coming into bloom for me here. It's been actually blooming for a couple of weeks, but because it was raining, the flowers were kind of really collapsed to the ground. But you can see it has this fuzzy bud with lots of nice ferny foliage, which is really cute. And it's got this really nice airy texture in the garden. And even when the flowers are spent, the seed heads look kind of nice. I don't have any spent flowers in this right now to show you what the seed heads look like, but they're also very pretty. And it's really beautiful perennial. It forms a nice clump, and you can divide it. Also you can propagate it by seeds or cuttings, but the easiest way would be to just divide it as it grows into a bigger clump and spread it across your garden. So here it is. This is the beautiful Pasque flower, and I think it deserves a bit of a spotlight today because it is just rocking in this garden this morning, and I just couldn't help but share this with you and show you what a beautiful perennial this is. It is a gorgeous different perennial, which is not a bulb, but it is just a herbaceous perennial that will bloom for you early spring and into late spring as well, I think, and then it'll start to fade away. It's just starting to bloom. As you can see, it has lots and lots of buds on it as well, yet to come. So in a couple of weeks we should be able to see what the seed heads look like of the spent blooms as well. So I will share that with you in my garden tours. But today is the day about this flower. And one fun fact is that these beautiful sepals, they have a dye. It was used, a natural dye in Europe to color Easter eggs. So it is kind of has this really nice history related to Easter, and I really love that. This flower actually blooms in a lot of places around Easter, but here, because we are colder, it is just about you know, in its full glory. And sometimes the blooms emerge even before the leaves, so kind of like a hellebore but different. So just wanted to share this plant with you and give this plant a big high five from me today, from my garden to yours. And I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it and learned a little bit more about a plant you may not have in your garden. And if you do have this in your garden, I also would like to hear from you in comments below what you think. I love it. This is the second year in my garden. I planted them last year and I'm already loving them in my garden, and such a nice pop of color and so beautiful. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in my next video.